Hey everybody, Carolyn here with Empowered Healing KC. This is the second part of a two-part series that I have on energetic attachments. So if you haven't already watched the first one, I definitely recommend checking that one out first. It explains what energetic attachments are, how they form, the different ways that they can show up in our energy fields. If you do already know that information, then you're also welcome to start here. Here we're going to be focusing on the next step, which is how to clear and release these attachments. So even though that these attachments are super normal, they can sometimes start to feel really heavy, really draining over time, right? Especially if we have outgrown that person, that place, or that situation. Okay? It's okay to let them go to make yourself feel better. There are so many gentle and effective ways that we can bring our energy back to ourselves and back into balance. And so in this video, I'm going to be sharing a variety of clearing methods. Okay, so we're going to have cord cutting rituals, salt baths, visualizations, affirmations, boundary setting. There are a bunch of different things I'm going to talk about, and you can choose whichever resonates most with you. Okay, so this is not about erasing our past. It's not about cutting people out of our life. It's not about forgetting. It's just about energetic boundaries and self-care, right? It's about returning to ourselves, releasing what no longer serves us, releasing what no longer supports our highest good. So if you have been feeling stuck emotionally, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like you're carrying other people's energy, this is for you, right? Okay, so let's talk about how to release, talk about how to reset, talk about how to realign. We all want to feel clear and grounded and full and in our own power. And as human beings, that's how we should feel. It's our inherent right to own our own energy, to be in our own energy, to feel good in our own energy. So I hope that these practices are helpful for you. And I am proud of you for taking the time to call your energy and call your power back to yourself. Cord cutting rituals. Cord cutting rituals are when you use intention, visualizations, or even guided meditations to release energetic cords. To perform a cord cutting ritual, you can write your name and another person's name on separate pieces of paper, tie them together with string, ribbon, or twine, and then literally cut between them with scissors. Physically cut the cord. As you make the cut, speak clearly with intention about what you are releasing, always doing it with love and light so the separation remains peaceful and neutral. When you're finished, you can simply rip up the paper and throw it away with intention, or you can choose to burn them. After you burn them, you can choose to flush or wash the ashes down the sink or the toilet while focusing on release. Some people prefer to bury the ashes as a way of returning that energy to the earth. Cord cutting can also be done through visualization or guided meditation. Imagining cords attached to the different parts of your body and intentionally releasing them one by one. I have a separate guided meditation specifically for cord removal that walks you through this process step by step. Candle or fire spells. Candle or fire spells is when you use the element of fire to release, purify, and transform energy through intention and ritual. Fire is one of the most powerful tools for energetic release because it transforms what it touches. You can write down what you want to release: names, memories, emotions, or situations. Hold the piece of paper in your hand and send your intention to the paper. Then fold the paper away from you and burn it again with clear intention. As the flame consumes the paper, visualize that energy dissolving completely from your field as it's transmuted into light. When you're finished, you can flush or rinse the ashes down the toilet or sink to symbolize completion, or bury them in the earth to return the energy to nature. Candle magic can also be used for the same purpose. You could perform a cord cutting with candles by placing two candles side by side, tying them together with a piece of string or twine that represents the energetic connection, lighting each candle and letting them burn down till eventually the flame burns through the cord, symbolizing final separation. I have a specific video on just this and how to do cord cutting removal with candle magic. Remember when working with candle magic to pay attention to how the candles burn, the speed, the directions of the flame, the amount of soot, the way the max swells. These details can reveal subtle energetic messages about the connection and how it's clearing. And as always, perform any fire or candle spells safely. Never leave your flames unattended, and make sure you're in a fire-safe environment before you begin, and that everything is completely put out before you discard of it. Writing and releasing. Writing and releasing is using written words to move energy, express emotion, and create intentional closure. Writing is one of the most direct ways to move energy out of the mind and body. When we write, we give shape to what's been sitting unspoken and unresolved. This practice can look different for everybody. Some people like to write unsent letters to somebody they're still energetically connected to, while others journal about emotions, regrets, patterns, or memories they're finally ready to let go of. You can write about what you wish had been said, what you're forgiving, what you're releasing, what lessons you've learned. You can even list people, places, or situations that still hold emotional weight, or write affirmations of release, such as, I no longer carry this energy. I no longer am attached to this person. I no longer carry the pain, suffering, or memories from this situation. The key is intention. Every word written carries energy. As you write, let yourself feel it leaving your system and moving into the paper. Once you've finished, you can tear the paper into small pieces, burn it, shred it, bury it. Tearing works well for scattered fragments of emotions. Burning feels final for attachments that feel heavy or deeply rooted. And burying can symbolize grounding the experience and returning the energy to earth for transmutation. Each method represents closure, done intentionally and energetically without needing conversation with anybody else. Salt baths and shower rituals. Salt baths and shower rituals are using salt, herbs, and intention to cleanse your energy, release residue, and reset your aura through baths or showers. Salt has been used for centuries to neutralize and draw out stagnant energy. Epsom salt relaxes the body and releases tension, while sea salt purifies the energetic field. You can turn an ordinary bath or shower into a spiritual reset by adding herbs like rosemary, lavender, or basil, even a few drops of essential oil or Florida water for extra cleansing. Before stepping in the shower or getting into the bath, you speak directly into the water. You say what you're washing away and what you're ready to receive. If the ritual is for release, focus on everything leaving your body and being carried down the drain. If it's to invite in new energy, visualize the water coating you with light and renewal. When you finish, decide intentionally whether to rinse. Rinsing at the end symbolizes washing away whatever was released as it goes down the drain. And skipping the rinse allows the oils and herbs to stay on your skin, representing the blessing remaining with you. As always, when you're choosing what to put in your bath or use in your shower, make sure that you are conscious of your own body's sensitivity and test any new herbs or products out first. Smoke or sound clearing. Smoke or sound clearing is clearing yourself, your space, or your items through vibration, sound, and sacred smoke. Smoke represents the element of air and helps stagnant energy move and transform. You can use herbal smoke or incense to cleanse yourself, your home, or personal objects that have absorbed energy. Herbs like rosemary, cedar, lavender, mugwort, or frankincense are all great for energetic purification. To cleanse yourself, you light your herb or incense and gently wave the smoke all around your body. You can even pay close attention to specific areas of your body that you feel you might be holding other people's energy or having attachments. For example, if you have tummy problems and you're constantly bloated, you might be holding energy there. So it's great to intentionally wave the smoke around your belly area and intentionally say, I am releasing any energetic attachments or energy from my body that do not belong here. Always keep your intention as you're clearing your body, moving slowly and imagining the smoke lifting away the heaviness from your energy field. You can feel free to say anything out loud as you're doing this as a way to further the release or just intentionally in your mind. It's also a great practice afterwards to put your hands on your actual body and swipe the residue off, or even take a feather and fan it off. And again, we're doing this with the intention to continue to release any of the energy or cords that we have just burned off through the smoke. When you're cleansing your space, make sure that you're going to the corners, behind the doors, under furniture, specifically around mirrors or windows, any place the energy might linger. And make sure to pay extra attention to thresholds and entryways where energy enters and exits. Make sure that you have something to catch any ashes with. And if you would like, you can even take a fan and use it to move the smoke throughout the room. Make sure too that you have windows and doors open, so after you have smoked and cleared the room, the energy can leave the room. You can also smoke cleanse objects that hold emotional residue, such as energy, clothing, gifts, or items that belong to somebody else. Any new divination tool, especially anything that was gifted to you from a thrift store, an antique store, somebody that has passed on. You want to make sure that you are removing any energy from these objects, again, with intention, saying the words out loud or in your mind, and then energetically claiming it to be your own. I have removed all energy from this item that does not belong to me. I energetically claim it to be my own. Even furthermore, when you are doing this with the divination tool, it's always a great time to set an intention into the divination tool afterwards. Sound works this exact same way, but through vibration. So you can use bells, chimes, singing bowls, tuning forks, rattles, or even clapping if that's all you have. You will find that there are certain sounds that really resonate with you and feel good, and just stick with those. You do not have to use a bunch of tools for this. Sound waves break up dense energy and shift the vibration of a room very quickly. So you can move through your home or around your body, listening for tone changes or noticing when the sound feels clearer or brighter. Some people like to combine both, starting with sound to kind of loosen up the heavy energy and then finishing with smoke to lift it away completely. When you feel the air soften, your body relax, or the room feel lighter, that's when you will know that the energy has cleared. Energy healing, psychic surgery, and Reiki. Energy healing, psychic surgery, and Reiki is working with energy intentionally through your own hands or that of a practitioner to realign, clear, and restore balance. Energy healing, in which Reiki is a form of, work directly with your subtle body to restore flow where energy has become dense or stagnant. Practitioners or self can sense where cords, residue, or imbalances exist and clear them through intention, breath, and sometimes light touch. Psychic surgery focuses on locating and removing buildup that's embedded in the body's energetic layers, sometimes described as pulling out energetic threads, cords, or attachments that no longer belong. You can also do this work yourself. Reiki 1 is a great foundation because it teaches you how to ground, shield, and clear your own field. To self-heal, even if you're not Reiki attuned, you can place your hands over any area that feel heavy, sore, or energetically tight. Your chest, your stomach, your head, your heart, and breathe light into that space. Just imagine a white golden light coming down from the heavens through your crown chakra, out of your hands, directly to wherever you are holding them. Breathe light into that space. You may feel a warm tingling or subtle pulsing at the end after the energy has begun to shift through you. I do have a short, self-guided, self-healing meditation that is great for this. You can also use intuitive pulling. With your dominant hand, imagine grabbing or pulling energetic debris, cords, foggy buildup, whatever it is, out of your aura. Flick or shake your hand afterwards as if you're physically throwing the energy away, and visualize it dissolving into light or being absorbed by the earth. Some people like to swipe and sweep their hands down the body to brush off lingering residue and seal the field afterward with an upward motion. Another approach to self healing is chakra balancing, aura combing, or polarity work. This is where you place one hand above and one hand below on an area to move the energy between the 2 points. It feels balancing. These methods all help remove energetic clutter, restore flow, and strengthen your connection to your own light. There are many, many, many forms of energy work and countless practitioners. It's very important, if you're looking for a source outside of yourself to do this work with, that the person really truly resonates with you on an energetic, spiritual, and emotional level. If something doesn't feel right with a practitioner, if it doesn't feel good, it's okay to say no to that person and move on. If the type of modality they're using just doesn't click with you, it's okay. If you need any help trying to figure out what type of energy healing modalities work best for you, please do not hesitate to reach out to me directly via my website, empoweredhealingkc.com, or commenting on this video, and I will try my best to help guide you. Visualization practices. Visualization practices is using your imagination and symbolic movement to energetically step away, dissolve cords, and close connections. Visualization is one of the simplest but most powerful forms of energetic work. What you imagine, your energy field follows. You can picture cords or threads attached to your body gently dissolving into light, falling away into the earth, or even turning into dust and scattering into the wind. You might visualize yourself standing in light and watching anything not aligned with you drift off or simply wash away. You can imagine walking down a path and watching a person, a situation, or version of yourself fade into the distance. You could also see yourself stepping out of an old energetic room and closing the door behind yourself. Your higher self can also take part in this work. Picture your higher self meeting another person's higher self in a calm, neutral space. Let them exchange understanding, forgiveness, or gratitude, and then part ways peacefully. You can visualize cleansing through elements, water washing through you, fire burning away residue, wind blowing old energy off, or light beaming through your aura. You can even imagine gathering your own energy back in, seeing all the golden threads returning to your heart. Symbolic movement tells your mind and body that the process is real, helping both energy and emotion fully release. Crystals and tools. Crystals and tools allow you to ground and clear. Crystals, feathers, wands, and other elemental tools help move and direct energy. Crystals are tangible energetic allies. Black tourmaline, obsidian, and hematite absorb dense energy and anchor you back into your body. Selenite, clear quartz, and amethyst can help lift your vibration and create clarity in your field. You can hold them while meditating, place them over your chakras, make crystal grids, place them around your home, your car. You can wear them as jewelry. There are tons of different ways to work with and use crystals. Beyond crystals, there are lots of other tools that carry super strong elemental energy. Feathers or fans can help move energy like air, brushing off emotional residue from your body. Wands or pointers, which can be made out of things like wood, crystals, or metal, can help you trace cords or direct energy in or out of a specific area. Salt bowls or Himalayan salt lamps, just simply existing in a space, can help absorb and neutralize what has been released. Also, it's a really cool practice to place your new crystals in a salt bowl as a way to clear them before you set your intention into them to start using them. We've already touched a little bit on sound tools like rattles, chimes, and bowls. You have tuning forks. These all stir and shift the energy through vibration. Also, one of my favorites are sprays or mists with herbs or essential oils. These are awesome because they can refresh your aura instantly. or a space instantly. And remember, none of these objects hold the power alone. It's your intention and your focus that truly activates them. The tools simply give your energy something physical to move through. Usually, we find one or two tools that really resonate with us, and often you'll find certain tools don't resonate with you. That is totally okay. Some people love crystals. Some people resonate with lots of crystals. Some people resonate with a few crystals. Some people don't feel that energetic connection. That's totally okay. The best thing to do is to find one or two tools that really resonate with you and just lean into those tools. And always remember, whenever we're starting to work with these tools, it's very important that we hold on to them and energetically set the intention of the work that we want them to do for us. And often we have to go back and cleanse and clear these tools when they do a lot of this energetic work for us. Affirmations or power statements. Affirmations or power statements is using words as energetic commands to call back your power, close cycles, and restore your energy. Words are energy in motion. You might have also heard that our words are spells. They set direction, boundaries, and vibration. When spoken with conviction, they become real energetic commands to your system. You can use simple phrases like, I release all energy that is not mine. Return to sender with love and peace. I call back all parts of myself now. Only my energy may remain within my field. This cycle is complete. I am sovereign in my body and my energy. I call all my power back to myself with love and light. I release all energy that no longer serves my highest purpose and my highest power. Say these out loud or silently with deep breath and awareness. Often, it's good to repeat them multiple times. Feel each word through your body. These statements work best when paired with movement, like placing a hand over your heart, lifting your chin, standing tall. Say it from your chest. Affirmations can also be identity based to reprogram your field. I am grounded. I am protected. I am safe. I am free. I am light. Do not underestimate the power of the I am statement. Repeat them until your energy stabilizes and your mind begins to quiet. Power statements are like spiritual architecture. They tell your aura exactly what to build and what to release. Some people have different opinions over the fake it till you make it idea because, our subconscious has a different frequency than our foreconscious. And the point is the more you say these things, the more you energetically claim them, they eventually seep from your forefront down into your subconscious. And over time, our subconscious will also start to believe these statements. Boundary setting and closure conversations. Boundary setting and closure conversations is closing an energetic door through communication, intention, and clear emotional limits, both spoken and unspoken. Energetic boundaries protect our peace and define what we allow into our spaces. Sometimes this means saying something directly to somebody, and other times it's a quiet internal clarity. Boundaries can be physical, like limiting time or distance, emotional, like refusing to carry guilt or shame, or even digital, like muting, unfollowing, or removing somebody's access to your attention. Remember, when we look at people's social media, when we look at pictures, when we revisit conversations we've had with them, that is reconnecting energetically to them. You unknowingly are actually throwing an energetic cord to that person. And then, poof, they feel you in their energy, and often they come back. So it is really on us and our boundary setting abilities when we truly, truly want to release an energetic attachment to another person. Boundaries are about us, they're about our choices. Closure can happen in several ways. Sometimes we really feel like we need to have a real conversation. Also, we have to remember when we go in to have these conversations, It's never based on what we expect or hope for the other person to say back. If you seek closure through having an actual conversation, you have to go into these conversations knowing there is a big chance it's not going to be received well and you're not going to get the answer you want. It's about you expressing your feelings and owning them and being able to truly walk away afterwards. Remember to keep it short, honest, and grounded. You can also just have an energetic conversation. You can do this in meditation, and you can even have it be your higher self connecting with their higher self. You can visualize yourself speaking your truth calmly to that person. You might say, "Thank you for this lesson, but our exchange is complete." Ask your spirit guides or angels to come in and to help hold this space for you. Ensure that the energy is staying clear and that your intention is coming from a place of love and light for the best intention and the best results for everybody. Your spirit guides, your angels, your divine guidance team, they're there to help you. You can visualize both higher selves turning away from each other, the cord between you dissolving, light filling the space where your energy once lived. As you can tell, there's ways to integrate all of these different releasing techniques into each other. Energetic loops break as soon as clarity replaces confusion. Hear that again. Energetic loops break as soon as clarity replaces confusion. Boundaries aren't about control, they're about peace. Boundaries aren't about control, they are about peace. Once closure is set, the energy begins to settle immediately. Movement and breath. Movement and breath is releasing attachments stored in the body through conscious movement like shaking, yoga, and intentional breath. Movement helps release energy that our words can't. Dance allows emotions to move freely through our body. Shaking helps discharge stress and breaks up heavy energy from our nervous system. Yoga or stretching opens blocked areas and creates flow where energy has been stuck. To deepen this, remember that we hold specific emotions in specific parts of the body. Moving and stretching those areas can trigger an emotional release. For example, a hip opening pose can often make people cry because our hips store grief, sadness, and relationship energy. Working through these movements helps release what's been held there. I also have another video with a guided script on how to specifically release emotions from the body if you want to explore that part further. Breath is just as powerful. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and let each exhale be a release. You can breathe in for a count of 5 and exhale for 7 to help the body relax and signal safety. Another method is to inhale for 4, hold for 5, and exhale for 6. This pattern tells your brain that you're not in danger. If you were truly unsafe, your body would not allow such long controlled breaths. These patterns can help calm your nervous system and allow energy to release naturally. Movement and breath together help detach energetic cords, clear residue, and ground your spirit back into your body. You can use them anytime you feel heavy, scattered, or tense. Simply move, breathe, and let the energy shift. There are also lots of breath work facilitators that you can work with specifically. You need to check with your medical doctor or your therapist before you do intense breath work because it can actually be a lot on the body. And there are different types of breath work, some that really rev up your energy fire-wise, and some that can be more calming. Return to self practices. Return to self practices is about reconnecting to your energy through solitude, reflection, and spiritual reconnection with your guides and higher self. After releasing, returning to yourself is absolutely essential. This is our reset. Spending time alone, spending time in silence, taking a walk, meditating, journaling, doing some yoga, sitting in silence and stillness just to literally feel your own energy again. The goal is to remember what you feel like without anyone else's emotions mixed in. This is also a great time that you can use some of those affirmations, like calling your energy and calling your power back to yourself. You can create rituals that ground you back into your body, whether it's the slow breathing, the gentle stretching, holding crystals, or sitting in sunlight. Return to self practices are really about taking all the different aspects that we've been discussing and pulling from each and just really choosing what resonates with you to make you feel whole and grounded and safe in your body again. Digital boundaries are a huge part of this. So don't forget to unfollow, block, mute, or archive when you need space. Every click you undo reclaims part of your energy. Algorithms feed cords just like emotions do. So stepping back digitally is just as cleansing as any ritual. You can also reconnect spiritually by calling in your guides, angels, and ancestors to help fortify your energy field and remind you of your path. Think of it as your own form of a prayer. Your higher self already knows how to restore balance, and these practices help you listen to yourself. The more often you return to yourself, the stronger and more stable energy becomes. And the more often you spend time with yourself, the deeper your intuition and your connection to your own higher self, who is your greatest source of information and guidance, will become clearer. Call on your divine spirit team. Call on your divine spirit team is when you invite your guides, angels, ancestors, and higher beings to surround, protect, and assist you during energetic release. You never have to do any of this work alone. Your divine spirit team is always available to guide, protect, and strengthen you. You just have to invite them in. Each of us is born with spirit guides who stay with us throughout our entire lifetime, and often we gain more as we go along. These guides' role is literally to help us navigate, grow, and remember who we truly are. They want us to call on them. They want us to ask them for support. Alongside our guides, we have angels, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, passed on loved ones, our higher self, and source energy. Whether you call it God, spirit, the universe, or anything else, we have this entire divine spirit team that is all working together to support us. Before any ritual, meditation, or clearing practice, take a moment to call them in. You can say something as simple as, I invite my divine spirit team of love and light to surround me and assist me with this release. You then visualize them forming a circle of light around you, behind you, beside you, above you, strengthen and sealing your energy. So ask them to help remove what doesn't belong, to close and protect your field, and to stand guard as you rest or move forward. Ask them to come in and protect you. Ask them to help you. Ask them to remove the energy that you do not yourself often know how to remove or release. Sometimes you can even go as far as saying, Spirit, I trust that you remove any energy from my body that no longer serves me. And I trust that you will guide and protect me with what happens after this. You can also reach out to them anytime you feel drained, overwhelmed, or unsure. Your spirit team can help lift any heavy energy, restore clarity, and reinforce boundaries when yours feels thin. Their presence may feel like warmth, tingling, goosebumps, or a calm sense of just knowing. Their purpose is simple: to remind us that we are safe, we are supported, and we are never alone as we clear and return to our own light and our own self. You can also look up specific archangels or specific ascended masters to help you with whatever is going on. So, for example, Archangel Michael is known to help protect you. So, he is great to call in for protection when you're doing this kind of work. Mother Mary is an ascended master who works with the divine feminine in heart healing. So, when you're removing an energetic cord from your heart, she is great to call in and ask to help comfort and make you feel at peace. I do have some other videos that go a little bit further into the types of divine spirit team that we have, including archangels, ascended masters, and spirit guides, as well as how to connect with them and a meditation to connect directly with them. I hope that this video gave you some helpful ideas on how to release and clear energetic attachments, whether it was through ritual, movement, visualizations, or just reconnecting with yourself. I want you to remember that clearing your energy is not about erasing your experiences or cutting people out of your life. It's just about honoring your growth and reclaiming your own power, which we all have the right to do. So when you come back to your center, everything around you starts to feel lighter and more aligned. And if you haven't already watched my first video on what energetic attachments actually are, I highly recommend you going back and doing that, and it'll help you understand kind of the deeper layers of how and why these connections form in the first place. So You can see part one on my page. It's just the energetic attachments one. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here and doing this kind of inner work. It really does ripple outward. And if this resonates with you, make sure to like and subscribe and share it with anybody who could use an energetic reset. So, as always, also remember that you are your own best healer and your energy belongs to you. You're allowed to protect, nurture, and reclaim it. So, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for being here.